look at that. We found it. Awesome. All right, I will go ahead and turn off the car. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Unfortunately, the COK is broken. That's unfortunate for me because the COK hasn't been broken in a long time. It's kind of frustrating. Well, not frustrating, but really unfortunate because I didn't expect the COK to go down like this. I don't really have footage of what exactly happened, but I am so glad this actually happened a mile away from home. That was when I was on my way home. And right when I pulled into the driveway, once I opened the hood up, I could just see like steam of smoke just like coming out of the engine bay like crazy. I was just hearing burning coolant. It was really bad. Looked to my left over here, saw the reservoir was empty. I looked down here, I didn't see any coolant, but all I was seeing was just smoke coming out from here. Thanks to you guys that responded to my Instagram post. I did post it saying exactly what was going on with the car, and a lot of you responded back to my post and told me exactly what was going on. I'm really appreciative of that. Pretty much what had happened here was the three-way heater hose that connects to the heater core exploded. In order to get to that part, you have to pretty much take out the wiper blades, this cover right here, in order to replace the part. Now, the part is called a three-way Y pipe. Mercedes has an updated version for this part. Is less likely to happen. This is pretty much a poor design from Mercedes and decided to make a updated version. I'm gonna be tackling this job and showing you guys exactly how to do this. I'll try my best to go step by step on what exactly I'm taking off. You can follow along if you do run into this problem. It is a common issue on the W209 and the W203. Unfortunately, yeah, this is the case for me. This is gonna be a 13mm socket for all three. There's one right there, one here, one right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these off real quick and show you guys. So after removing the 13mm bolt, there are a couple of these bolts. I believe this is a T25. Ended up using a Allen wrench right here, but I think that's a T25. Either a T25 or a T30. Once you take that off, this weather stripping right here, just kind of pull it up. You can remove this plastic piece. Now check it out. The wiper blade on this side, I just kind of pulled it up and it just came off like that. The other side, I'm having a hard time actually getting that off. I'm gonna try and figure out exactly how to get it off, but see this right here? This connector was connected right there. I just unplugged it. I just pretty much moved it from there all the way back. Should be fine back here. I can actually see exactly the piece that I need to change. It is pretty much down there. Let me get a flashlight real quick. Okay, check it out. Hopefully you guys can see a lot better. There's a lot of piping going on back there, but that brown kind of piece looking thing, I believe that's where the coolant is leaking from. So I just came up with an idea. I'm gonna start the car and see if I can get coolant getting out of there. Look at that. We found it. Awesome. All right, I will go ahead and turn off the car. This finally came off. Let me show you real quick. So there is a 13mm bolt right here and then one right here. I unloosened this and I just grabbed it like this and the wiper blade came off like super easily. There's a bolt right here. Once you undo that bolt, this should come off. Okay, this is out of the way. So now I can see what really is going on down here. So you guys can see a lot better. It is really wet down here.
That's what she said.
Just to explain how this works, it's called a Y pipe. So this guy feeds in here, out from here, and then goes in there, which is pretty much a Y pipe, which comes out of here. And then this goes to your heater core. Those of you that want to know exactly how this thing works, but I figured I would explain here real quick. So there's one more clamp holding on to this. The trick here is to get this kind of out and then twist it so this part is facing up, so you can actually see the clamp that you need to take off, which is right there. That's the last piece of hose that's connected to the block, and that would free this guy over here. So this is the part. You can kind of see the hole right there. That's where it got damaged. That's where coolant was spraying out of. And when it gets hotter, it even sprays even more, and when the car is under load. So this is the piece. I am gonna go check out other videos on YouTube. Like I said, Anderson has a video. I think he beefed his up. I would have to double check. I will show you guys the part and get it installed, and the CLK will be back on the road. All right, I'll catch you guys later on, which will be 1 second for you guys, which would be a couple of days for me. This is pretty much the best option you could do on your W203 or W209. Pretty much basically Anderson's research and development. I think it's better than OEM or what Mercedes did on this system. They came up with an updated part. It's a lot better, but with this, you're guaranteed to not run into this issue any longer. This is what you're gonna be needing for this job. Obviously, you're gonna be needing a 3/4 brass, which is an elbow. Keep in mind, get this from Lowe's. It's called Pro Line. I feel like the fitting fits a lot better than the brass fitting they have at Home Depot, because I did pick up one from Home Depot and this works the best. Second thing you're gonna need is this guy right here. It's like a cap off. I'll show you guys exactly where it goes. I got this off of AutoZone. So let me show you exactly where this would go. So looking at the lines here with the elbow, you're gonna fit it on this hose that goes to the heater core, and then this hose that comes from the block. And now you're left with this. This pretty much goes to your washer fluid reservoir, and the coolant that comes out of the block goes in here to pretty much unfreeze your windshield washer fluid reservoir if it's frozen. Now, my car, here I live in Georgia, Atlanta, it doesn't really get cold, so that's gonna be a waste for me. I would rather bypass that than to, you know, keep using it. Now, it's up to you guys if you guys want to go this route, but I think this is the best route. It's not really tedious, to be honest. Like, all you're gonna do is bypass this line and then connect that elbow. So this is how it looks like with the cap I was talking about. So that's pretty much the block off area, and the line that comes through is just sitting right there, and I blocked it off with that. You wouldn't need a clamp on this side. You will need it on the other side. I'll show you here real quick. This is where you're gonna cap it off. And I put a clamp there just to hold it tight, because I know coolant will be flowing through this thing right here. So that's pretty much what you're gonna do on this side. And let me go ahead and fit the elbow on these two hoses, and I'll show you guys exactly how it looks like after. That is how it is looking with the fitting. It's a little hard to see back here. Probably gonna round out a little bit of this area because this is metal right here. So I'll go ahead and do some fitting right here so it's not metal on metal or metal on the hose itself. But yeah, that's how it's gonna look like. And I've already showed you guys the fitting down there. I'll show you one more time, and on the other side as well. So let me go ahead and start the car. Hopefully we have no leaks. I doubt we'll have any leaks. It's a few days later. I didn't actually take the car out for a drive, but we will actually go on a drive today. We had no leaks actually when we started the car. I believe I showed you guys in that clip. I can't remember what I actually filmed at the end of that day, but we had no leaks at all, so I just shut off the car and I figured we'll go on a drive today just to get the whole system burped out. Stay tuned also, since we did this job on the CLK, we will be doing a coolant flush on this car. It's gonna be a good video for you guys to see how I do my coolant flushes.